So Alpa says that T'Pol's from the Children of Echoes. But how do we track him down? Just ask around until we find him?
Let's start by talking to someone we know. It'll be faster that way. At this time and place, I'll bet the easiest person to find is... Wakey, wakey, Shilonen!
Oh, it's you. Okay, give me a second. I'll come down.
I climb trees to fly further and see farther. I don't usually stop for a nap.
Well, we're not all like you. Always full of energy, even after flying around all day. Yeah. So, you've come all this way and interrupted my precious nap time. Might I inquire as to, why?
I'm sorry, Shilonen, but it couldn't wait. Does the name T'Pol mean anything to you? He's a craftsman, apparently.
Huh. T'Pol. Yeah, that rings a bell. I think that's Puma's child. Nope, I'm afraid you're a few years too late. Why are you looking for him? Huh, phlogiston wings. Wow, okay. The kid actually pulled it off. Well, looks like, no more rest for me today.
Pulled it off? You mean he's tried making something like this before?
Yeah, he started trying to build a flying machine right after he got back from the Flower Feather clan.
So right after he went wingless, then. Was this flying machine anything like the gun you made me?
You mean your gun that's harder to tame than the proudest Kukasaur? No, he wanted to build something that allows anyone to fly freely, even if they're not naturally gifted. But he never got very far back then, though. Blew up his workshop a few times and barely made it out alive. I never really kept up with him after that. His parents traveled a lot in their youth and only returned to the tribe after he was born. But they settled in a remote area and don't interact with other people much. Which means most people in the tribe don't know them very well. Your best bet is to chat to his direct family. I'll, go get Puma. Wait for me in front of the workshop. I won't be long. I'm back. Allow me to introduce T'Pol's mother.
Hello, we're...
Oh, save the pleasantries. I don't want to spend any longer talking about that boy than I have to.
Huh?
I disowned him long ago. He is no child of mine. All he cared about was his pipe dream of reaching the sky. Oh, we tried to talk sense into him, but he was obsessed. And then when he left us, he spouted some nonsense about building a workshop in the sky to avoid the constant criticism of us ground. He left his notebook behind. Whatever questions you have, you can look for them in there. I am done talking about him. He's no son of mine. He never called me Mom anyhow.
Wow, they've really fallen out. Paimon sure wasn't expecting that.
Her husband, T'Pol's father, he passed away recently, and T'Pol didn't even bother to show his face at the funeral. If you ask me, that was probably the final straw for Puma. I'll go keep her company. If there's anything else you need, just come and find me.
Thank you.
Okay, so this notebook is the only lead we got now, right? What's in there?
Some early designs for the phlogiston wings, and some theorizing about an airborne workshop. Ochkanatlan, the Cinder City. Looks like that's where he got his technological inspiration from.
So, was he serious about the workshop in the sky? But that's such a big project for one person. Oh, yes. The one from the trial arena that was super high up.
That balloon has been there for a while, and everyone's been wondering how it got up there, but what if that's the wrong question? What if it started off even higher up, above the clouds and out of view, and it only descended to its current height due to some...
Part of T'Pol's workshop?
Seems likely. If T'Pol's base had been hiding above the clouds this whole time, that would definitely explain why Isidore couldn't find it.
I totally called it! But how did we get up there?
By myself? Possibly. But with a passenger, no chance. I doubt even phlogiston wings could take you up that high. At least, not without that relic T'Pol mentioned in his notebook.
Yeah, and he's probably holding on to it. We'll have to find another way. Nope. That's way beyond Paimon's altitude. Also, would you really expect Paimon to go up there and take on T'Pol all by herself?
Let's not worry. Just because we can't think of a solution doesn't mean no one else can. I'm not the only flying expert in my tribe, you know.
Oh, good point. We should go ask Elder Opa.
And Mutoda. He was quite the flying ace back in the day, too. Let's head back and see what they suggest.
Have you gone mad? The Kukasaurs are our partners.
Chaska, you're finally back. Things are getting really tense in the tribe. Have you made any headway with your investigation?
Some people even think we arrested the merchants just to support the flying squad and crack down on the phlogiston wings.
We found some promising leads, but there's a major obstacle standing between us and the irrefutable evidence we need.
A relic from the Cinder City? So Ochcon...
An airborne workshop and a hot air balloon above the trial arena. And that's where you're trying to get to now? Neither phlogiston wings nor a Kukasaur can take you that high up. Do you really think that's where T'Pol is hiding?
You know what? There might just be a way.
Really?
Do you still remember those spouts in the arena? When they were all blocked, the gaseous phlogiston was trapped and unable to flow. But now, it's flowing freely. If we were to block them up again...
You mean all of them except the one at the very top of the arena? To build up the pressure there?
Precisely. With all the gaseous phlogiston flowing through one spout, it would create a high-pressure wind current.
And then we just ride it up into the sky!
Yes, it has its risks, but with Chaska's abilities, I think she could manage it.
It's an extremely risky approach. But I agree that it's feasible.
If you want to give it a try, check with Inkanak at the trial grounds. She can explain how to block the spouts. Chaska, if anyone has a hope of seizing this evidence from the high heavens, it is you.
Why do you never take off that mask anyway? You got a huge scar or something?
Goodness me, that is...
Maybe so, but we have to act fast. What's the quickest way for us to block off the spouts?
From a technical perspective, I'd have to advise taking some measurements and carefully planning this out first. But I'm guessing that's not what you want to hear. Then we'll have to take the rough and ready approach. See the solid phlogiston over there? Our prior inspections revealed that some kind of stable structure has formed inside, making it highly damage resistant. It's not without its weak points, but unless they're all struck at the same time, the structural integrity won't be threatened.
So, what happens if we do strike them all at once?
It'll collapse.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, you got it. As long as you hit all the weak spots at once from the right angle, the solid phlogiston will fall right on top of the spout and...
You're right about rough and ready. Sounds like my kind of plan.
Take me up!
Look! There's a chunk of solid phlogiston right over that spout!
Let's fly! Let's fly! Open fire!
It actually worked! But wait, how are Paimon and the Travelers supposed to get up there?
Koya can give you a lift. She's actually been following us this whole time.
Wow, Paimon didn't notice at all.
Well, probably because she didn't want to get too close to humans. Or maybe just me. But right now, we need her power.
Whoa, you didn't even have to summon her.
Yes, up there. That's probably where Chime is. All right, let's go have a little talk with this T'Pol.
Paimon's never flown that fast before. She feels so ready to throw up.
Aha. Just as I thought. It might look like a regular hot air balloon from the outside, but up close, it's clearly been heavily remodeled. And sure enough, it only descended below the cloud line because the custom-built machinery malfunctioned. I should be able to figure it out with T'Pol's notebook. Thankfully, I know a little DIY from fixing up my guns when they're having issues. That should just about do it. Now all it needs is a nice hard kick.
Maybe that works on your guns, but, huh? We're really moving! Here it is! The workshop in the sky! Oh, you gotta see it to believe it.